Means this bottle is going to be delayed for a while. Late smoke coming out here by Liquid to try and contest the bounty rune up top. Mickey with the corrosive dragon facet, of course, will level up the stun if needed. There it is. And get a lot of good damage out onto the Vi. In fact, the Vi might just be dead because he popped the shield crash, and indeed he's going to fall. Boxy is going to be the one who draws first blood. And Liquid off to a good start. Can't just afford to face tank some of those hits. Mid lane, Schofield has rotated in. Usury Orb is at the ready for Nisha. He's gonna make a move here for Whisper. Vortex is out there as well. There's the Impale Whisper. Does have a Fairy Fire still. As Nisha looks to try and find a kill with the curveball, but unable to do so. Schofield ends up finding the kill on the puck. Interesting rotation coming out from him. Looks like this tower is gonna be dropping pretty close to 0. Siege Creep doing a lot of work. In fact, Liquid just seems like they want to take down this mid tier 1 with the help of the Siege Creep. Although Whisper zipping in, looking towards the support. Tofu's only level 2 on the Muerta. Deadshot coming out, buying him some time, but Whisper will still find the kill. 2 charges on the bottle still remaining, but Nisha in the meantime looking to get the bigger objective, which is that mid tier 1. Whisper unable to get the deny. Nisha gets the psychopathic plays. And mid lane, okay, Yuma rotates in, talent toss up, but a good dead shot will keep the Kez controlled up. And now with the Dream Coil being snapped, the power shot executes the Kez. Storm Spirit to be next, but has the illusion rune, breathe fire, a little bit shot. Although Schofield, well, he's also going to be fine, courtesy of the Spike Carapace. Ace tries to find him with a Chakram, but misses. Liquid bringing multiple heroes over towards the mid lane, but there's no objective to be found here. Now with the Wise rotation coming in, they're going to be able to find Tofu at the very least. The Muerta is going to fall, but so is KJ. The damage is a bit too much to follow up on the stun. With the Chuck. And there you go, that's him nearly getting the Kaya done. Mid lane, the Dream Coil dropped on top of Schofield, but Whisper finds a region rune, zips right in onto Tofu, still doesn't have the Pierce the Veil because he's level 5. And now Nisha in some trouble. Schofield lived through it all. If they could get Nisha here, that could be huge, and indeed they do. It's Schofield who gets him with the Impale. That's heroic. I mean, winning fights, not ahead in net worth, but it sure looks stylish. Yuma in the meantime gonna start working towards that Desolator. Ace could be in some trouble. Very good use of the Spike Carapace as the Chakram was passing back towards Ace. Pops it, so gets a huge bonus damage. Schofield's actually thinking about contesting that Wisdom Shrine, so should be able to get that down bottom. In the meantime, tier 1 tower falls thanks to Mickey's rotation. And up top, the Y might be in some trouble. Now the Dream Coil ready, and there's no way the Y is going to be getting out of this one. Dead shot with his name on it as well. Nisha. It's going to be a Switchblade completed. 13.5 minutes in. Getting some pretty good timings on the puck, but down bottom, Ace in some trouble. It's going to be an offlaner for an offlaner here. The 13-minute mark.
Football, horse racing, rugby, cricket, or curling.
Not too. Meanwhile, seems like the Y is going for the Orchid here straight away. Schofield though, gonna be spotted but gets away with the Vendetta, forcing Liquid to reveal themselves, and now the puck's gonna be in some trouble. The damage is there coming in from Heroic. They commit everything and they get the kill, and now gonna turn their attention towards Mickey, who doesn't have any help coming in. Life Drain laid on top of him as well. Yuma with the double. As now Boxy does have the wind run, trying to run away, but slowed down by the lucky shot, will eventually be able to back off. As Heroic turned their attention towards the tier 1, Liquid just simply don't have the numbers to protect this. And Yuma, okay, gonna get started with the Raven's Wail, but they're gonna take a jump straight on top of that. Kez silenced up by the calling. Yuma gets away with the grappling hook, but while this is going on, they've assassinated Nisha. Although back towards the Kez. The Shoto side parry, keeping him alive for the time being, and now the Y comes in with the Rolling Thunder. Eventually Yuma will fall as Mickey gets off the blink along with the Breathe Fire. Although he's probably going to pay for it with his life. King Jungles comes in, lays out the heal onto the Storm. Power shot does not execute Whisper. Whisper stays alive. They will trade carry for carry, but on top of that, Heroic, they also found the puck and the Muerta, so it makes that fight worth it. Schofield though, once again, with the Vendetta. Oh, Nisha, quick on the reflexes though. Phase shift, blinks away. Whisper does not get tagged by the Shackle, but the Dream Coil's a different story. However, he's got a BKB and he's gonna put that to use now. Turn his attention towards Ace, but he might be hard to find. Yuma shows up with the Raven's Wail, dealing some damage with the help of the Echo Slash. As the Vi will find Ace, but they found King Jungles in the meantime on the side of Liquid. Now the Vi, Focus Fire laid out onto him, but that barely deals any damage. That Rolling Thunder is a bit awkward. And look at that, Nisha jumps in with the Waning Rip. Mickey follows up with the stun. That's Whisper dead, 45 seconds. And Liquid should be able to get the Torment off of the back of that one. And they're going to get started with the top one. Although Heroic with Rainbow TPs down bottom, they want to try and protect, Rainbow TPs up top, they want to try and protect the Schofield's going to be going in first. Chain stuns out onto the Dragon Knight. They're just going to be able to burst him down before Mickey has a chance to pop the BKB. And now I'm sure Mickey is probably wishing he had the Aegis for himself. They'll leave Tofu for dead. The Raptor Dance doesn't do anything to the Muerta, but as soon as she comes out of it, she dies.
Things are looking dire for Dire's bottom. Again, I said that. Their bottom tower.
Down bottom though, once again, stuns out onto King Jungle. Dream Coil laid out on the next assassin. This time around, Schofield's not going to be getting away as Liquid will find and squish the bug. Scarab's dead. And Nisha going to continue to show out that mid lane while the rest of Liquid, they thought about the tier 2, but there's no wave around here, so no. Nisha is not the ideal target to run into. As okay, well, Whisper's gonna jump him anyway. Silence out onto Tofu, the only person who cannot dispel it, so it's actually gonna find some value. But in the meantime, the Vi has been caught out by the Dream Coil, gets the shot off the roll-ups. Then they take down Mickey, who popped his BKB a bit prematurely. Yuma comes in though, taking a lot of damage. Silenced up as well, but now getting healed up by the guys. Nice two-man Shackle Shot actually coming up from Boxy. Whisper has to be careful. He's got a lot of mana, will be able to zip away as Nisha still holding on to the Aegis for the time being as a Regen Rune running. 20 seconds remaining on that, and he's looking to clean this fight up all by himself, but the Hex finds him and they take him down the once. Yuma though is going to lose his life. Whisper backing away as Nisha is scary. I am not sure what that was from the Y. He actually swashbuckled back into the side of Liquid. And that is going to be Heroic losing 2 members. But they do find the Muerta and Daedalus done for Yuma as well on the Kez. Gonna be outputting pretty crazy amounts of damage, but Liquid, they seem to be running into Heroic. They want to try and take this fight. Nice Orchid out onto the DK. The stun's not going to come through super quickly. The decrypt might keep King Jungles alive, but not for long. The coil will snap and it will kill him off. Mickey, in the meantime, running away with the BKB as Yuma finds him. Now Pierce the Veil, popped by the Muerta, trying to stand her ground, but Liquid not too concerned with saving their position 5. Instead, they're trying to help out Nisha, but Nisha's long gone, and now everyone from Liquid is gonna run for their lives. Whisper's gonna try and clean up this fight. Yuma gets himself a double kill. And Liquid bite off more than they can chew and learn the hard way. And swallowing is also a part of that whole ordeal. Looking for the multi-man control. Could be pretty huge in these fights, actually. He even finds, like, you know, the Timbersaw and the Dragonite that could do a lot of work. The Y goes in, roll-ups there to keep him alive, and there is the 2-man Vortex we were talking about. Where's the follow-up, though? It's not there just yet, it's just an impale coming out from the Nyx, because the Kez has been controlled up. What the hell is going on with that Kez? Getting dragged back towards a Dire base like he's Michael Jackson, but he's not moonwalking, that's just the Gale Force. And now the Rolling Thunder committed. The Aegis is gone, and there's no BKBs available for the side of Heroic. They might just end up losing Whisper here. The stance there, but once again, the Decrep, the Glimmer, and the Solar keeping that Storm alive. Schofield will lay down his life to save his scores as they get away. King Jung is looking to TP out, but probably not going to be so lucky. Cancel is there. Somebody had a Yule Scepter. That's Nisha. So the 2 supports have been taken down. And the insolence of the enemy cause. Whisper though, okay, gonna go in with the Aghanim Scepter, and Yuma's gonna jump in as well. This time they've got the BKBs and the damage. They take out the DK. Ace in some trouble. Critic Cloak returning some damage over to Schofield, but he's fine with the Vendetta. Sentry dropped by Tofu just to cover the retreat. To do so, he's got a lot of defensive tools. Aeon Disc, Outworld Staff, Force Staff, Spike Carapace. Spurg is kind of hard to kill. And Mickey, oh, his smoke's gonna break. They understand that. They are getting backstabbed here from the side of Heroic. Schofield, though, is gonna back away for now. He's gonna let the Storm jump in, but Nisha's got level 25, so he's got the BKB pierces Dream Coil. Dream Coil pierces BKB talent, and that's gonna ensure Whisper falls. Yuma, in the meantime, though, does find the Wind Ranger. Takes her out of the equation, but this is not the trade that Heroic were looking for. Ace continuing to chase. Lightning coming back off cooldown in a bit, but Yuma blinks away. But they do find the Vi. That's going to be Gem hitting the deck. Buybacks out from Boxy. That's 2 cores left to the side of Heroic, and Liquid will just roll into the Rosh pit here. Heroic, do you commit buybacks? Do you try and fight this? You give away, you can potentially hold on to your high ground, but then you're playing to tie, you're not playing to win unless Schofield can steal the Aegis. No, he's been stunned by something hurled up in the air. Who picks up the Aegis? It's gonna be MK on the DK. Gets it, and now Schofield is gonna be punished for his sins. As somehow, in the middle of all that, it's Tofu who falls. It was Yuma on the Kez with the Falcon Rush, and the Echo Slash just took out the... Okay, well, Zip in coming in from the Storm. He catches out 2 with the Vortex, and the follow-up is there coming in from Yuma. Nisha still stunned up, cannot get off the BKB. He hits the deck. Ace surviving though, thanks to the reactive armor. The Storm silence for the time being. Lots of damage going his way as he zips back out, although Mickey unable to finish anyone off in the time being. And once again, it's Schofield. Crucified for the sins of the rest of Heroic. He will fall. There's Nisha. Level 25 up now though, so as the 2x solo attack bounce talent, as the Y looks to go in. Dashes out onto Mickey, so he's unable to get away. Gale Force drop 3-man impale from Scorpion going absolutely bonkers. There's the Dream Call drop on top of the Y, controlling him for the Rolling Thunder, but not for a long while. He's going to be able to roll back out of there. Okay, Rolling Thunder has expired as they get on top of the Storm, but the Decrep keeps him alive. King Jungles with the plays. Make sure that Whisper is going to be A-okay. Although they did lose Yuma on the Kess, that is huge. And now Schofield in some trouble once again. The Decrepify keeping him alive, and the Spike Carapace actually catches Mickey off guard. Vortex in by Whisper with the BKB, laying in the damage into the Liquid members. They lose Boxy, he's down without buyback. And DK coming back in for round number 2. The Kess is brought back into this one. He's going to help secure the kill onto Mickey as Liquid take the fight into Heroic space, but Heroic were ready. Okay, Schofield's gonna walk right into the members of Liquid. Nice 2-man Vortex coming up from Whisper, but the bite keeps them alive for now. Whisper, zip back out. Ace turning his attention towards Schofield. Where is Yuma in all of this though? He's still looking for an opening, still waiting for an opportunity. Echo Slash doesn't connect on to anyone as Whisper goes in for round number 2 with the BKB. Doesn't get much done. It's 2 dead for the side of Heroic. Devi and Schofield have both fallen. And Liquid gonna take this to the high ground. The creep wave though is not quite there yet.
Radiant's middle tower is hanging on by a brick.
Whisper, okay, silenced up. Refresher of BKB is there. He's got another Vortex if need be, but the Kez has gone in. There's the second Vortex coming through, actually catching up the 3 of them. Impale connects as well, but where is the damage? It's actually Whisper who's dropping very, very low. They will find the DK, however, he falls, but so does the Storm Spirit. Whisper's down for 95 seconds. Does have the buyback. Schofield in some trouble though. He cannot die a second time here, and he is dead without buyback. Liquid, perhaps with an opening here. There's Heroic. And to be thinking about the Rapier now. Yuma does buy it, flying it out on the courier. King Jungle's doing all he can to keep them at bay with the Nether Ward and the Life Drain, but doesn't really deter the side of Liquid all that much. And the Rapier is now done. Boots picked up as well by Yuma. Just good old brown boots, nothing else. Dawai's gonna go in, and look at that damage coming in from the Kez. He's in some trouble. Does get off the cheese, though, survives for now, but the stun's out onto Yuma. Yuma in some trouble. It's got no BKB, but he will be kept alive thanks to the Pug. Now Boxy with a very nice shackle, but ultimately Ace will still fall as Tofu tries to run away. His Aeon Disc procs, nice dead shot connecting onto multiple heroes. Yuma unable to get on top of him, but Whisper comes back. There's the Vortex. They get the Tofu Muerta. Whisper having to commit buyback for that one. He's going to be able to buy out the Parasma now at least. The fourth Roshan of the game. Schofield leading the charge here. Went for the Mind Flare Radius cooldown. Nisha's gonna start with the coin, but he's stunned up thanks to the Spike Carapace. Nullifies out onto Schofield. He's in some trouble. Where's the damage though? Don't see the damage coming in just yet from Yuma. Because he is dead. Oh my god, Yuma is taken out of the fight. 120 seconds without the Kez, and Heroic on full retreat. The Panda's also dead. Helm of the Undying. I mean, he's trying to TP out so the gem drops in his fountain, but it's gonna drop right in Liquid's lap. And okay, Hex out onto Schofield. Nullify is there as well. Another dead shot coming through, and he's just gonna fall. His Necronomicon units die with him. Ace's damage just a bit too much, and so is Nisha's. But okay, Whisper going in, but stunned up instantly. Vortex comes through, but the damage does not now. Buyback coming in from the Kez, but he's been dream coiled up. Kez in some trouble. Yuma is dead. 140 seconds or so without buyback. I'm actually not sure. You know, it's just 120 seconds, but it's game. Doesn't even matter. Liquid, they will take game one here. Whisper put on quite a show, but it was not enough. Liquid take the win thanks to Yuma's Rapier. Pretty Viper favored matchup, but he could put the Tide down there theoretically, although that's a bad matchup for the Tide too. Someone is gonna have to take a rash for shit. Unfortunately, the Vi is dropping fairly low. The Nether Toxin, he took level 1, almost enables them to find Mickey. Schofield, another snowball in 10 or so seconds, but the slows are from Tofu, and now Schofield is in some trouble. Tofu probably gonna be able to find this kill. Boxy with another little shredder coming up fairly soon. It's the Tusk. I think he's gonna fall here. Trying to buy as much time as he can, but it's not enough. Boxy gets himself 2 kills. Mickey gonna start to struggle now that the Vi has got that poison attack. I imagine he takes a second point in that too, because you just want to shove the lane in the DK's face. Not much DK can do about it. Mid lane though, Nisha dropping very low. Whisper has the skill with the Lightning Storm. I'm not too sure what happened there, but Nisha overplaying his hand. He did that in game 1 too, but he got away with it. This Lightning Storm or the Pulse Nova. Do have some good setup with the Nightmares. Down bottom, finally, the Viper paying some dividends. He will fall here, but that's completely okay for the Vi. He's going to come back full HP and full mana. Schofield with a bit of PM. Takes down the Jakiro. And Nisha, what? He dies once again in the mid lane to Whisper. What on earth is going on? They're gonna try and make a move here, but it seems like TP is coming in from Boxy, and now the Vi might be in some trouble. That's a lot of creeps coming in. Nether Toxin will be dropped though. Nice snowball, buying some time here, but the Vi is gonna fall. The little shredder from Boxy lives up to its name. As they take down the Viper, and now KJ left by himself. 4 heroes here from the side of Liquid. They will protect Mickey. But what's going on? Whisper just finds Nisha once again in the mid lane. This Disco Pony just seeing red. But at least they find Devi as well. Now looking at TP top. Ace has to be careful. Does have the TP, but Yuma not gonna let him get away. That Shodosai is annoying, and Ace is probably gonna fall. Tries to move around the creeps, but it's not enough. Whisper with 4 kills before the 7-minute mark. Nothing in the mid lane, at least Boxy is. And so, Tofu, he's gonna be found by Whisper. Doesn't even survive long enough to get off all his spells. Blink Dagger picked up 9.5 minutes in. Crazy timings from the Leshrac. I mean, this could just end up being the Whisper show, for all we know. As up top, Ace taking quite a bit of damage. The White rotated in, had the Viper Strike. As they do get the Tidehunter. Damage was not committed, however, because it was not skilled. So, at least got that going for him. Mid lane, the Fiends drip out, but so is the Mortimer's Kisses. Nisha trying to zip and zap around. He will find Whisper, but he will fall ultimately. And it looks like Heroic Support should be able to clean this one up. Boxy, not going to survive either. Schofield got another round of spells coming up. Looking for the Nightmares, KJ, but they can very easily find that Mickey Dragon Knight. Singular point and Split Earth as well to stop TPs. They see the DK, they kill the DK. The DK's gone. Out of this world. Schofield comes in, throws the punch on the Ancient Creep. Schofield. What a clown. In a nice way, of course. Troll Summoner, gonna enable them to get this tier 1, but they're gonna try and make a play here. Liquid, Nisha looks towards Schofield. Mortimer's Kiss is still being held though. And they're just gonna happily sacrifice Schofield's life for the tier 1. Liquid bring in 5 heroes. They only get a position 4. Heroic, they can still hold on to this tier 1 and fight around it if they so please. Oh, Nightmare out onto the Tidehunter. Perhaps not the best target though. And now Nisha's going to go in onto the Divide. Mortimer's Kiss is laid down, but he's got the Caustic Blast facet. However, the Blade Mail, the Macropire, and the damage coming in from DK, all a bit too much. So you can't survive 5 heroes from Liquid beating you up. You can survive 2 or 3. Of the Ravage. Although they might just run into Boxy first, and indeed they're going to have to settle for the old Grandma. So Whisper, once again, finds a kill. Up to 8 kills now in this game. Schofield looking to get off a D-Ward. Will succeed. Tofu unable to find the 1 in return, and now he's going to be punished for his sins. Double kill for Whisper, and he didn't even have to try all that much. And even steal away the stack from Liquid. Could have chosen to stay around there, but does not. The Pain gets away, and mid lane they make a move for Whisper here. Boxy doesn't have the kisses just yet though. Now with the Fiend's Grid out onto Nisha, he might be in some trouble. The Storm zipping around, still looking for the Leshrac though. Gonna commit for him and will find the kill eventually. Illusion Rune found, but it doesn't do all that much. Schofield trying to find Nisha, but Nisha walks away in a random direction. Is going to TP out. Yuma coming in though. Mortimer's Kisses being dropped for the task. And with the Tidehunter in the vicinity, Yuma will be hard pressed to try and turn this around. Goes in with the Raptor dance. Ace, does he want to pop the Ravage now? Yes, he will. And Yuma just gets popped. No chance to live through that one. And now Devai, he wants to fight 2v3 into the side of Liquid. But maybe he's onto something here. He does find Mickey to start things off. He's getting on top of him, but not doing nearly enough damage. Nightmare's out from the Bane as he comes back in, but Nisha's also back on the Storm. Now level 12, Dawai got himself a double kill, but at what cost? KJ might also end up dropping here, but Whisper's about to respawn, and Liquid call it a day. They've lost 3. The Creeps take some damage too. Heroic noticed that. Doesn't seem like they do, because Whisper's still farming away with impunity. There's the blink if needed, and Nisha's gonna get the party started. There's Mickey coming in. Mortimer's Kisses laid down as well. They've got more than enough damage to take out that Leshrac. Moxie back. Down bottom though. Ace in a bit of an awkward spot here. They have the Viper Strike defeated, but Ace is actually going to commit the Ravage aggressively. They're going to try and take out the Bane first. The White throws out the Viper Strike onto the Jakiro, but the 5-snap cookie keeps him alive. Boxy! Not too sure if that 4-star was too helpful. As now the White turns his attention over towards Ace. I'm not too sure where the Storm went, or who he was looking to find, but it's not the Bane, that's for sure. The Bane is not there. And what has BKB done on the Dragon Knight, so can go in confidently without any threat of counter initiation. Ideally, they'd love to find Schofield first, and they spot him out. They're going to go make a move for him. Ice Path out, Vortex committed as well, and Yuma still has the Aegis. Going to try and turn things around here. Raptor bounces out, but it barely does anything. And now the Mortimer's Kisses are coming through from Boxy. Gets a parry off to the shoulder side, out onto the Mickey Dragon Knight, and Mickey dropping very low thanks to the Viper Strike coming in from the Divide. Whisper joins the fight as well. Buyback out from Schofield as Liquid now on full retreat. As the Vi, okay, dominates a creep, but Ravage is out from Ace. The Vi still standing strong for the time being, but not for long. Nisha is going to find him eventually, but it's going to cost him his life. Yuma will help find that kill. And they also find the Tide Hunter ultimately, and they lost Shakiro as well in the meantime, so...
Dyer's top tower is really taking a beating.
Smokes out from Heroic though. Moving into the Radiant Triangle, but Boxy was in good position to break that smoke. He will just tank the gank for now. The question is, do the side of Heroic push for more? 2.5 minutes until Roshan, and up top, Nightmare is out onto the Tidehunter, but KJ is going to be losing his life for this. And he doesn't have buyback. 70 seconds without the Bane, as Ace going to be in some trouble. Everyone from Heroic gang up on him, even the neutrals trying to be a part of the action. And Ace will be found. Whisper gets the kill with the Edict. Looking for the Hex next. Schofield though in position to break the smoke if needed. The Vi's going to show himself though, and Liquid just might settle for the Viper. He is not that tanky. Can get on top. I mean, he does have a BKB, so you're going to have to change stun him, but Yuma is the far better target, and they're going to start. Mickey is going to find him. Nice snowball save, though, coming in from Schofield, buying some time. And now Whisper jumps into the fray in the middle of all of these heroes. Mickey is not going to survive the damage coming in from Yuma, the Kez, doing a bit too much. Nisha trying to eliminate the backline in the meantime. Ravage comes out from the Tidehunter, but where are the Ghosts to capitalize it on? The Storm is completely out of mana. He's found by Schofield. Nisha is out of the picture, and Ace just hides in the trees. He's watched Free to Play, he's listened to HY's advice, and as a result, he'll make it out of there. But for the rest of Liquid, they haven't done their homework. Oh, Yuma. Okay, down bottom, they end up finding the Storm with the Fiend's Grip. Yeah, just siege like this. Seems like he's a bit scared, though. Not too sure of what, as Boxy, okay, Lotus Orb, Snowball back out onto Schofield. Whisper with the Edict and the Refresher Orb. He didn't pop the BKB. Ravage is out as well, and they get the Viper once. Mortimer's Kiss is flying through. It's only on the Viper, and I don't think the Viper cares all that much. Heroic, they kind of misplay. The button's not pressed in the right order, so the Viper using to stand inside his Nether Toxin. Not too sure what he's afraid of. Lots of damage laid out onto the Viper, but Whisper's finally going to go in. Didn't pop the BKB, the damage is coming in from Mickey, but the Snowball save is there, buying some time. Now the BKB comes through. Yuma pops the Raven's Wheel, reducing the vision from the side of the Liquid members, and now without the Dragon Form, the DK's in some trouble. The DK's dead. 80 seconds, does have the buyback, but Schofield falls as well. They'll trade 1 for 1, and Mickey buys back into this one. Heroic is going to call for the retreat here. They're more than happy with what they found. Sure, they might have lost the task, but if they stick around, they're going to lose more. And, well, more is the Vi. And KJ. So Liquid gets some value out of that Mickey buyback. But now, a win condition has opened up for Heroic, so all... Looking towards the mid lane. Roshan going to be up in a minute. Whisper. Does he want to walk up high ground like this? This could be troublesome. Nisha coming in though with the TP, and the stuns are hits, and they gotta find the Storm. 84 seconds, no buyback. Heroic might have just found the opening they were looking for. Refresher Orb popped by Whisper. Another Edict is out. They're gonna find the Snapfire. Ace also gonna be in some trouble. They will lose 3. Oh no, he drops the Ravage as he falls. They even gonna find Tofu on the Jakiro. And it's just Mickey by himself who's farming away the creeps. He wasn't even there for that Ravage, so...
Dyer's using Radiant's bottom barracks as a punching bag.
Oh. Have a bit of an initiation out onto the Jakiro. Fiend's Grip as well onto Mickey. Mickey not able to survive though. His BKB duration expended in that entire Fiend's Grip. Trying to fight back with Nether Toxin, slowing down his attack speed. He lives longer than he has any business living. He does find Yuma before he falls, but he's dead for 2 minutes. And he does not have the buyback. On cooldown for 1.5 minutes and didn't have the money either. Heroic. This just might be them taking down Liquid. Making it 1-1. Buybacks out from Boxy. But I'm not too sure what Liquid can do at this point to hold on to their base. Heroic, she's in the banner. King Jungle's like, do I need to pick anything up? They say, no, you're not worthy. And King Jungle's is very sad. Oh, up top though, Nisha fouled by Whisper. It's going to be a solo kill coming in from the Leshrac. Refresher up popped in. That was the opening they were looking for. BKB? Oh, Schofield. That Schofield's the one with the celebratory BKB. Just checking to see if it works. He has confirmed. Indeed, it is working as intended. Numa's out with the Swift Link on the Kez. As Ace, okay, he's going to go in with the Ravage. Buybacks out from the Storm. Schofield's going to fall here, and so is the Viper. The Viper, the outpost stuff, survives, gets off his BKB, starts the TP out. He's going to be fine. Okay, King Jungle's with the Fiend's Grip, but there was a Wind Waker coming in from someone. I'm not too sure who that was. It keeps the Storm Spirit alive, and the Storm's going to be okay for now. Wait, was that a Wind Waker? That was a Wind Waker. That was Ace with the Wind Waker, keeping that Storm up. Schofield though, buying back. Whisper looking to go back in. Refresher orb out from Yuma. He wants to try and find Ace, and the DK, he's stunned up as well. He's dead for 100 seconds. No buyback on the DK. That should be game. Tips out for the Vi. The Viper, he had a rough start to the game, but had a pretty decent impact. Still managed to win out his lane. Still managed to do a lot of work. And now he's all chatting deservedly. So, Liquid gonna be going to a game 3. And Whisper. Gonna get that water rune going down bottom. King Jungle's gonna be blocked off by the shots. Gonna make a move for the Huskar, but Ace is gonna drop in turn. They do get first blood money, but Ace, is he gonna live through this? 3 stacks of the Burning Spear, Blood Grenade all taking him down, but it's not enough. He will live. The White trying to lay in some damage onto Mickey. Here, Schofield still holding on to the Impale. We'll pop it now. As Mickey being chased. Has a stun at the ready. But a Blood Grenade dropped. Schofield has got the Mind Flare, and Mickey is dropping very, very low. Doesn't have any regen. His courier's dead for a while. He's probably going to be dying here. It's the Eidolons multiply. There's another stun. Mickey's dead. Okay. A lot of work. Nisha, does he even go for the bottle at this point? I think you still do, right? You probably can't skip the bottle on this hero. Whisper though. Just gonna lay into Nisha a little bit. Dream Coil dropped and Tofu rotates in. There's Boxy as well on the task. They want to try and make a move in the mid lane, but it's an anti-damage rune on Whisper. Stick is popped. He gets a kill onto Boxy, and with King Jungle's coming in as well, Tofu's gonna be falling. That Dream Coil doesn't do all that much for Nisha in the end. As Nisha, another Dream Coil at the ready if he wants to make some type of move, but mid lane Tofu caught out by the Leshrac, or it's actually Nisha who catches out the Leshrac in turn, and they get the kill onto Whisper. The Vi also gonna drop here, rotated in at level 5. Helm of the Dominator was completed, but I didn't see his creep. Not too sure where it was. The Vi is also gonna fall, so Heroic lose 2 in the mid lane. Oh, up top, here a black hole, it's out onto Mickey, but it's quickly cancelled thanks to Tofu and Nisha's rotation. Heroic, while they do get the Dragon Knight, they'll probably lose the Vi here. The Vi, though, actually survives. Has a wand at the ready. Yuma tries to control Nisha, but Nisha jaunts away on the puck. And Heroic, tier 1 tower. Tofu trying to get away. Schofield in the meantime, though, he's found Nisha with that level 6. Vendetta online, and it results in the death of the puck. And now Tofu's gonna fall as well, thanks to Whisper and Yuma coming in. And this tier 1 tower gonna be in trouble. I heard a Blood Grenade being popped. Boxy tipped. The snowball comes in, but it moves in 2 different directions, and Boxy is back to where he started. It's not the easiest target to bring down, though. It is fairly tanky thanks to the Helm, but with 3 heroes coming in, he's not tanky enough. He's gonna fall. And Insania even gonna get the Eidolons and the Helm Creep. Well, on. enables him to run away. Stampede committed. Mickey is going to be fine. But they do force out an ult, and down bottom, Nisha just commits the coil. They get King Jungles on the Huskar. So Nisha inches closer towards his blink. Ace's Centaur creep not going to be alive for too long. Does he look to deny it, though? That's the question. He's going to bring it close. But, yeah, it's gonna die. Oh, Whisper. Very nice stun coming out from it. It's gonna result in Ace falling. He doesn't have the Stampede. Blade Mail delivered out on the Courier, but it's too late. They will find the Centaur. Although they do lose Schofield as well. It's taking some time, though. Maybe they can bring over Schofield. He is gonna TP in. Ice Path committed as KJ looks towards Boxy. Boxy might be in some trouble. Schofield could just settle for this one. Picks up the Arcane Rune. I hear a Dream Coil. It's out only onto Whisper though. And look, they're going to turn their attention towards the Lesh track. The Blade Mail's there from Ace. Helps them get the kill onto the Lesh. And now KJ on the run. Pops the inner fire. Tries to arm the toggle, but he doesn't survive. Tofu gets the kill. And this Huskar support. I'm not bored. I don't know how it... No, he does it. But anyway, up top, Schofield gonna get started onto the Jakir. They're gonna find that kill nice and easy. Ace though with the Blade Mail returning a lot of damage over to Whisper. Whisper might be in some trouble. The black hole comes out though from the Y. He's protecting his mid laner. No chance for Boxy to find a return kill. Pops the Strike, tries to live, but Whisper just finds himself a triple kill instead. Huge win for Heroic in the top lane. Moving towards the top lane, Devi spots out Mickey on the Dragon Knight. This Dragon form is run out, so they can actually make a move. Whisper Blades in with the Edict. Nisha comes in too, as Yuma might be in some trouble, but King Jungles is there on the Huskar. He finds the damage, he takes down the puck, and now the Jakir are going to be in some trouble as well, as KJ gets himself a double kill. The Huskar starting to activate. Oh, Liquid, you have to be very careful with how you take these fights. As, okay, Boxy gets Whisper on the Tusk. Oh, I'm trying to click on Boxy. There you go. On the secret shop. Schofield buys out the post-staff. Boxy. Okay, Spike Carapace is there buying Schofield some time. Post-staff at the ready as well. But Boxy might have just sealed his death warrant here. Held by Tofu. Schofield doesn't really suspect this one. And Whisper. The smoke's gonna break. They see the Leshrac, they know Scorpion's around the area. Nice 2-man Ice Path coming in. And they're going to be able to find the Leshrac off of the back of that Dream Coil drop. But Schofield gets away. Although Roshan's starting to switch homes now. Going to the bottom part of the map. Liquid, they'll find Whisper, but they'd love to get something more. So they... Down bottom though, KJ has been spotted underneath the Die Observer ward. Boxy's gonna jump in. Not casting any spells right away. Glimmer Keep out from KJ. Trying to run away from this one. As they will commit the Stampede, but it's... Oh, and they get KJ himself. It's... Nisha finds the kill. Heroic though bringing multiple heroes down bottom. Oh, the Y with a nice 2-man black hole out onto Mickey. Yuma jumps in, but he's stunned up by the Ice Path. The pipe protecting him for now. Raptor Dance comes through, but it's airbending jutsu at its finest. It doesn't connect onto anyone. And now Boxy's going to come in, look to maybe find Yuma. He will succeed. They get the carry on the side of Heroic, but they lose their carry and 2 supports. Liquid. Oh no, Devi with the pause. Oh, he does. He gets the Impale off. Post-staff forward. Boxy now going in. Carapace is there, but it's probably not going to save the life of this Nyx Assassin. In the meantime, they find the Huskar as well in the jungle. So 2 quick kills going the way of Liquid. The pause, while it does make things a bit more complicated, does not change the outcome. He's just starting to run out now. Last couple of seconds. Nisha is trying to find some value out of it though, and that value is King Jungles. He's going to be found. Rather in the form of King Jungles, excuse me. In the form for Huskar, in the form for position 5, and in many different forms. Dive up top. King Jungle still looking for the blink. Ace though breaks the smoke. Schofield might be in some trouble. Pops the Vendetta, trying to get the Wisdom Shrine, but he's not going to succeed. Liquid, they've got vision thanks to the gem on Nisha, and Schofield will be falling here. Yuma, Falcon Rush out from him, but can't get in range to do damage. Sergeant Kaya next, but it's been a relatively quiet game from the Leshrac. Had a couple of moments here and there as mid lane. They're going to make a go on the Huskar. Now, Enigma in some trouble as well as he gets found by Boxy. The Y thinking of dropping the Black Hole, but doesn't do so. Okay, blinks in, actually finds two. The Ace Centaur and the Mickey Dragon Knight both in trouble. Huskar with the Burning Spears causing some issues as well. They will find the two cores. Liquid, they're going to lose Tofu as the Y finds the perfect Black Hole to turn the fight. Nisha, though, cleaning up to a certain degree. Whisper blinks in, has got the Edict running Nisha down. Yuma comes in with the Grappling Claw as the Puck is in some trouble, and they will get the kill. That's Gem going over to the way of Heroic as well. Fine. Aghanim Scepter. Although Liquid, they're going to be able to find the Aegis here, but can they get away with it? That's the question. Heroic already grouping up to take a post-Roshan fight here. Schofield's going to be spotted. Carapace is there. Nisha gets the Aegis, but my god, the Black Hole catches out 3 from the Wild Armor. Once again, Liquid got with their pants down. And now Nisha with the BKB going to try and get away. At least he gets 1 kill. But it's only a Nyx Assassin. It's only Schofield. And I'm not too sure how valuable that is. Split Earth laid down that catches out the Puck, resulting in another kill for Whisper. It's done with the Hex and try and come in from the Wisdom Shrine area. Scans out from them as well, but it doesn't really clip anyone. Observer Ward dropped. They look to make some plays here. Whisper would be the right target to find. They commit the Dream Coil. They're going to try and make a go for him. The Y once again goes in with the Black Hole, but it's only on to Mickey. The Dragon Knight still standing strong, fights away for the time being, but Yuma is on his tail. He doesn't have an Aegis, however. He's all by himself. He's going to fall. Whisper's dead as well. Liquid somehow win that fight, and now Heroic on the run. There's that Black Hole. It looks like Liquid are going to be able to get themselves a set of frags here at the very least. Another Dream Coil laid out onto King Jungles this time around. The Huskar dead. Does have buyback, however. Ace blocked in by Boxy's shots. The Y has the Refresher Orb. If he feels compelled and sees a good opportunity, he can go in. Aware of what the positioning's like for the side of Heroic. And they're going to try and walk into him. Of course, stepped out by the Huskar, but they're not taking the bait just yet, Liquid. No, things could go very wrong. They did see the Refresher Orb on the Vi earlier in the base. King Jungle's going to blink in as an instant Hex out onto the Tusk. He tried to blink in and be a hero. Or rather, was it Whisper blinking in? Okay, I don't know. It seemed like some blink on blink action here. Nisha jaunting in, looking for the Y. The Y, though, blinks away. He's fine for now. And Mickey has been found in the meantime. I mean, you might be focused on this Enigma, but this Enigma doesn't have much to worry about. He drops the Black Hole, catches the Puck. The DK is dead the once, all thanks to the Kes. Nisha, though, trying to clean up this fight by his damn self. And Yuma gets off the Raptor Dance, heals back up. Ace dropping very, very low. But Yuma gets away. Buybacks galore from Heroic and Liquid. DK looking to get back into the fold here. Yuma trying to live, but he just does not have the HP. He will fall. And buyback coming out from him. As Heroic TP to the Dire Outpost. And in the meantime, Boxy ends up dying back here. The Kazurai Katana takes him out. Pressure Orb already popped by the Vi. Ace, though, gonna jump in on the Centaur. Oh, no, coins out onto the Kes. He's dead. 2 minutes, no buyback, no Yuma. And Heroic, do you still feel like taking this fight? You've got a BKB Black Hole at the ready on the Enigma. But Liquid are out for blood. They're looking for the Y. The stun is dead. The Y's gonna fall. He's got no buyback either. Liquid somehow are doing it. 2 dead now for the side of Heroic. As the TP start to come through, Schofield, Vendetta's out for him. And Liquid gonna march straight into the Radiant base. Bought out, he sold off his armlet to have it. And Schofield goes in and dies, looking to make some space. King Jungle's gonna go in, life breaks out. That's the taunt he was looking for. Whisper with the Edict, trying to work on to Mickey, but he just doesn't have the damage. The Pyrrhic Cloak, the Cheese, and the Satanic, everything keeping Mickey alive. As Leshrak's gonna come back for round number 2, but he's got no buyback. Leshrak's gonna die. What an anticlimactic way to lose this game. Oh, heroic. After those two black holes, you'd think they stand a better chance, but no.